Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. And today I wasn't planning on making this video, but I thought, it's been a while since I've done a custom showcase. And I've made a lot of customs, and one of them is my new old shape Henry model. So basically I was just browsing the internet, I found a good lot. And it came with this 2003 Henry. It was in pretty decent condition, and I decided, you know what, I really want to update my old shape Henry model. So let's move this to the side, and first of all I'm gonna have to talk about this guy. So this is my original old shape Henry model, and for the time he was pretty good. I used him in like one video, which was Crawling Skate 1935, and this was basically inspired by Hero the Japanese Train and Eric Pierre 53's custom old shape Henry. And, it's a very good custom. It's basically just, cutting off the firebox area and making it like a tapered firebox. And it was a very simple custom. It was really easy to take apart this Henry model and basically make it into old shape Henry. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought it looks a little bit weird. This Henry model isn't really that good. Like, the face is tiny, it's really small. Now, let's compare this to the 2003 Henry model. You can see that the face is kind of huge, so it wouldn't really make sense for this to turn into this and have the face change shape. So that's why I decided to make a new old shape Henry model to better represent Henry. Well, this is a good model. I really like this old style Henry, but I just thought this would work better as an old shape Henry model. And let's get into the actual custom itself. So basically what I did was I bought this Henry, and in the lot it came with a really beaten up Gordon, and I think you can tell what I did. I basically just cut off the cab on the Gordon, and I also put the Henry cab on the Gordon for fun. And then I just put the Gordon cab on Henry, and then I painted the cab green. And I don't know why, but on the camera, which is what you'll see, this looks really like, I don't know, it looks more blue than green. When I'm saying it looks fine, but on camera this looks terrible. I kind of want to repaint it, but then again I'm not really bothered. But yeah, I also had to repaint the eyebrows because for some reason the Henry model, the old Henry model's eyebrows had been scraped off. But yeah, I also decided to use an old Henry tender because I want to differentiate in the new Henry, new shape Henry and old shape Henry, so therefore I gave him this tender. So whenever I'm going to use like Henry in my videos, I'm going to be using this as new shape Henry, the Mattel Henry, which is a really good model. I love this Henry, but I also want to differentiate these two models as much as possible, while still making sure that you can believe that this will eventually turn into this without making it weird, because turning this into this is not that believable, but turning this into this is more believable. If you know what I mean, I'm just rambling here. So I want to differentiate the tenders, these two tenders here. You see, this is more like the show tender, and this is more like a Gordon tender. So I thought I want to make this look as close to Gordon as possible, while not making it Gordon, and to make it different from this guy. So yeah, that's the short story of old shape Henry, and which is the reason why I didn't just use the old 2003 Henry tender that I have. So yeah, I don't really know what more to say really. I'm kind of proud of this, although it was a real pain to try and take off the cab area, especially on Gordon, because you have to fill in here, because I am planning on using this Gordon as a custom. I'm not going to say what engine or custom this Gordon is going to be, but he's going to be used for something, and therefore I decided to change the cab. But this Henry, I was really scared because I didn't want to damage the model, as I also wanted to I didn't want to repaint too much, and I wanted to try to keep this as close to the original as possible, while also trying to make my own unique take. Like, for example, here he has the 2 cab windows, while on the new shape he has just a large cab window. So therefore I decided to keep the cab windows. It was a real pain trying to paint these lines. I didn't do it perfectly, but it was a real pain trying to paint these. Also, as you can see back here, it actually cracked, like behind here, because I basically just take like a really small hobby knife. I jammed it in the cab area and just took a hammer and started banging the knife down to try and cut through it, and accidentally cut the running board a little bit. I also ended up using some weather dust to kind of weather this mold to make it look a little dirty, trying to kind of try and cover up the fact that the paint doesn't really match. You can tell, like here, I've weathered the mold around here, on the top here, and definitely from behind you can tell, like, oh yeah, he's been working hard. So yeah, that's basically Old Shape Henry. I'm struggling to find more things to say about him. I am I am decently happy with him. The only problem is that I probably should have chosen another shade of green. It's really hard to try and color match these wooden railway engines, especially the green ones, because I think they used a custom mix of green. So it's really hard to try and color mix them. I really wanted to use the same shade of green as I used on this one, because this is a complete repaint. You can see back here that this one suffers from the same problem, because I had to repaint the back area. But so yeah, I wish I could find a good right shade of green, but it's hard. So, you know, I'm happy with this one as of now. He looks good. So yeah, that's Old Shape Henry. I've been trying to end this video 3 times now, but I just keep on rambling. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little custom showcase, and yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!